Live look across Charlotte Harbor here this morning from the Sunseeker Resort. Not a bad start out there as we're starting to see the first signs of daylight out there, but it is a little bit on the warm side. We are seeing temperatures about 76 degrees right now in Port Charlotte. Normally we're supposed to be in the low 60s this time of year for us. As for clouds and radar, we are seeing pretty quiet conditions across Southwest Florida. There's a little bit of a light little shower that pushed through DeSoto County earlier, and it's down to Sarasota County, just north of Northport. But we're talking little light sprinkles. It's not much there. But over the next couple hours, we do expect the sun to continue to come up here as temperatures climbing up into the 80s. It will be mostly sunny with breezy conditions as we headed towards this afternoon. Highs today expected to be 87 degrees Punta Gorda, Fort Myers 86 down in Naples for us. But again, will be breezy, especially out of the east. Gusts 25, maybe 30 miles an hour heading in towards the second half of the day. And that's going to obviously kick up the surf. Seas today 2 to 3 feet. Choppy conditions, those inland waterways. And we do have a small craft advisory starting this afternoon, so do be careful if you are heading out on the boat today. Now, as for the day itself, we do expect mostly sunny skies heading into that noontime hour. Could see an additional sprinkle or two. Again, not really completely rolling it out, but I think the odds of it are rather low of seeing anything significant. Maybe rains for 5-10 minutes and very, very light. Kind of similar to what we've seen the last couple of days with that strong easterly wind picking up some Atlantic moisture and pushing it across. But should be pretty quiet as we headed towards tonight. Looking at 86 degrees for us, so start to cool things off a little bit. We are going to start to see a cooling trend the next couple of days here. More mid-80s expected there tomorrow, and then we have another frontal boundary moving in on Friday. That's going to drop temperatures even further down into the lower 80s. That's actually right where we're supposed to be this time of year, and then overnight temperatures in the low 60s. It's going to be really nice this weekend. Also this weekend, we're going to be tracking the tropics, watching this area for possible development, likely development, I should say. 80% chance of development in the next 2 days, 90% over the next 7 days. We do expect a depression forming either tonight or tomorrow, and this kind of meandering around the Caribbean through the weekend and then slowly moving off to the northwest next week. And you can see our high-resolution model showing what will likely be Sarah down in the Caribbean there as we head in towards this weekend. But what happens from there, well, that's still kind of up in the air. We have two scenarios we're watching for us. One scenario where it kind of stays over open water here. It goes stronger, maybe a little bit more southerly track there. That obviously would be the worst case scenario for us here in Southwest Florida. Or this goes over land, stays weaker and goes a little bit more further north, maybe up towards the Panhandle. Now, either way, we do expect this to swing off to the north. It's just a question of how it swings off to the north. But our models here, spaghetti models, showing this kind of meandering around the Gulf of Mexico through Sunday and then lifting off into the Gulf of Mexico as we head in towards the middle of next week. We also see that in both of our European and American models here, both of those showing that development through Thursday and then really kind of backing off towards the east here through Sunday before lifting off to the north near the Yucatan by Monday. And pretty good agreement of this pushing back into the Gulf of Mexico and towards the east. Yep. That would mean towards Florida. So we have to keep an eye on this very closely as we head in towards Wednesday next week. In the meantime, enjoy the nice weekend that I'm expecting for us. Sunny skies, seasonable temperatures, and we'll start to ramp up that humidity Monday and Tuesday.